Hey guys, I hope you are doing awesome. It is Friday, but hey, I wanted to show you guys something, man. This is awesome. I'm at one of our other properties. I mean, we have been cranking them out this week, this month, this January. Everybody, for us normally, it's a little slower in the beginning of the year. January is usually a little bit of a slower month. It's the holidays. It's this season where, a lot of people don't want to do a lot of things in January. They're starting some new stuff. They're moving on. But hey, we bought this house not too long ago, and I want to share with you. I'm going to go ahead and share my numbers. Okay, when we go live, I want to help you guys. So if you're joining, say hi. I see you guys joining right now. But hey, I'm gonna go over some numbers with y'all and let you know how much profit you can make fixing and flipping properties. And that's what we do. My wife and I and our team. We have multiple contracting teams that help us, but we fix and flip properties, and we're in northern Tallahassee, or in the Tallahassee area, I should say, northern Florida, and we do about 6-7 counties. We also tap into South Georgia. So I'm going to show you one of the properties that we just finished, and bought this off a wholesaler. Wholesaler did a great job, got the deal down where we wanted it. We originally were down at around $100,000 with them, and I was like, man, it just needs too much work. I mean, we got to gut floors and subfloors, and we got to get up in the attic and do a bunch of work, and concerned about the AC, and there's just so much stuff we had to do underneath the house. We had to gut both full bathrooms and to gut the fireplacing. I mean, it was a full gut. Kitchens, everything came out of the house. So we had it down to like $100,000, it was still doable, but we said, hey man, for that much risk, putting that much out there, that big of a rehab, we were thinking $70,000, $80,000 for a rehab. We're like, hey man, we got to get it for 75. So start working on it, start haggling it, and this wholesaler came in and got it down to 75. And I'm like, okay, let's go a little bit more. I know this guy's dying to sell it. He was an older gentleman that he wanted to get rid of some of his rentals, and he was just tired of it. Old school. If you can look behind me, it's all painted gray now. But this used to be that old brown wood, from the 80s that you just drive up and you're like, oh crap, man, that stuff is old. And we had to replace it. We had to get rid of the bad stuff. A lot of it was rotten. It's like T111, but it's the regular siding sideways instead of a sheet. But hey guys, we got it down to 65 grand. 65 grand. Is that crazy? And the neighbor's house across the street just sold. We appraised ours based off of theirs and a couple other comps in the area, and this is going for $222,000. Okay, we ended up putting about $60K in rehab. We bought it for 65. That was what's that? 65, 125. So we're in it for 125, and it's worth 222. So I mean, 90 some K profit in there. Okay, so you guys, if you're out there fixing and flipping, if you're buying it from wholesalers, if you are a wholesaler, get those spreads big, because it protects you and you make more money. If you're gonna do so much work to this thing, it's different if it's a $20,000, you're in it, you're out of it, it's an easy flip, not a big deal, no problem. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But on these bigger ones where there's more risk, there's more tearing stuff out, full guts, I need to make a bigger profit margin. So remember that when you're fixing and flipping. But guys, you wouldn't even recognize this house before, and this thing is gorgeous now. It used to all be brown, used to all be nasty. I mean, it's beautiful. And crazy thing is, we might end up keeping it. So, I don't know, it'd make an awesome rental. So let me know what you guys think. Should we rent this thing out, or should we sell it? Because remember, guys, when you're selling it, you have to think about capital gains, right? So I sell this and make $90,000, 30% of that's going back to the IRS, right? Boom, they're getting their money back. So I have to be careful with that, but if I hold it for a certain period of time as a rental, I can knock my taxes down on that. And at the same time, I can make money as a rental. So this right here is gonna rent for $1,500 a month. That's $18,000 a year. Minus property taxes, some expenses, $3K. I can make $15,000 a year holding this property, and it has a ton of equity in it. I can borrow it out if I want to, whatever I want to do. But hey guys, I'm going to show you the inside. Yes, this is a single family. Someone just asked. It's a single family home, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. What other questions you guys got? Shoot me questions when you got them, man. I appreciate y'all joining and watching, but I'm gonna walk you through this house and see how you guys like it. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you would have done different. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. I love learning. You guys can all teach me something just the way I can teach you guys something, right? So we all have ideas. Let's inspire each other and get it done. My wife likes this little porch right here. She likes this swing. Look at this. People can sit out here and swing on it. It's awesome. I know it works and it holds up well. I had 3 of my contractors sitting on it at one time, so I know it'll hold the weight, so I'm not worried about that. But let's go inside. Let's check this thing out. All right, so start off coming in. If you see, when we first come in, this wall was right here. And it was obnoxious. It was in the way. It didn't make sense. Like, as soon as you walk in the door, boom, this is in your face. We didn't like it. So we ended up shiplapping this and put hangers here for people's coats. So now they walk in, there's a purpose, there's a meaning. It's not a sore spot now, it's functional now. So, and guys, I'm not the designer. I mean, Kelsey comes in here and she designs all this stuff and we all brainstorm and come up with it. And I wish she was here doing the video with you, but she actually has some appointments at some other properties. But when you can take a problem away and create a solution, it's no longer a problem, it's actually a benefit. I didn't have to tear a wall down or anything because I couldn't tear this wall down. Behind it is the AC unit. So I couldn't tear it down, I needed to keep it. So let me close the door and let's go inside. It's a little cold in Florida, but hey. So, look behind me. All right, so you look at the floors, beautiful. These floors here, the entire floor got gutted, including the subfloor because there was rotten wood, damaged wood, all kinds of problems. So we had it wasn't level. It was one height over here versus a height over here. It was a hot mess. And if you guys want, shoot me a message. I'll send you the before pictures. I know we're gonna have a post coming up about it pretty soon. And it's just gonna be radical. Like when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. And you can see what we got done for $60,000, okay? Which is great. But so behind me, this used to be like an old fireplace that it had wood on the sides, and then it was like, I call it like Flintstone stone, and it was all the way up, and it was ugly. It's like from the 70s. Ended up gutting that whole thing, okay? Obviously left the fireplace itself and the piping through it and ripped everything off, rebuilt this, and I'll walk you over here. So basically what we did here on the sides, we did shiplap so it matches the front. That's my wife's design. And then we did stone. Now we did a little bit of gray because obviously we have black down at the bottom, right? We got black, we got gray, and then we got white. And then we went with a lighter, this is all hand built, okay? So were these shelves, so we wanted them all to match. So we went with a lighter color, now it offsets, contrasts each other great. But if you notice, there's gaps on both sides of these walls, right? Big space, so you're like, man, what do you do with that? Well, as a homeowner, it could be weird, right? If you're buying the house, renting the house, it's like, what do I do with that space? So we were super intentional. We put the shelves up. I mean, they're thick. These things are 4 inches thick, solid floating shelves. They can put books on it. They can put games on it. They can do whatever they want. They can put a chair underneath it. Okay, we left it high enough, so if someone wanted to put a chair and make that their little reading space, that they can do that. But now I'm gonna zoom out. Let me go out. Look how intentional that looks. Okay, versus having big open spaces on both sides with nothing to do. Some people might put cabinets down here and some shelves above it. Fine, nothing wrong with that. This was super efficient. Hey, how are you doing, Kimberly? You guys are awesome. But anyway, and then we did a couple lights coming off the top. And these are adjustable. They can adjust down, up, out, in. They can do whatever they want to do with them. But it gives us light, it comes out of the wall. It's not a can light hanging over it, because we already had a couple can lights over here, as you can see, 4 can lights. Thank you for saying it looks good. I appreciate it. We're working on it. But had a small little dining room over here. Didn't do much with the space because the way it is, this actually goes out to the garage and then out to the deck. So hung a nice light. And then you scroll back. We actually opened all of this up. This used to all be a wall. We came in and ripped this whole thing out and made it open. Okay? There was a little walkway right here. That was it, a little cutout opening. which was terrible because you couldn't see inside the living room. And it just felt small, right? These older houses, sometimes they feel compartmentalized. We're big on going, ripping it out, opening it up. Yes, I like the simple. Someone said, I love the simple too. We love it. Clean, fresh, simple. In the kitchen, okay, got white shakers. I love these lights we're doing right now. All kinds of different lights, but you can do these 3.5 foot long lights. And I'd say they're probably about 12 inches wide. They go great. Look how great that looks, like right over this island. Fresh, clean. This matches what we do for all of our door handles, right? Matches all of this. Stainless steel appliances. We always do stainless steel appliances, guys. If you're an investor, some of you guys get scared about spending money. Like, don't try to sell or rent a house without having appliances in it, especially selling the house, obviously. You don't want to walk into a kitchen and there's a big old gap right here. There's a gap over here. Everything else looks great, but there's just these gaps. I see people do all the time. They're like, but Paul, the fridge is the most expensive. I don't care. Build it into your budget so you know you have to buy it, and then buy it and get it done. And you can see our countertops here. We actually have the white shakers, and then we went with the gray island, okay? Gray island looks great, works well. Underneath here, got a little support, okay? For our overhang, we love doing overhangs. We went a little bit longer on this one. We were trying this out. We actually went 13 inches, okay? And normally, just so you know, if you go over 10, you need to have some support underneath it. But we went 13 on this because we wanted to extend it into this area and just make it feel bigger. We normally do 9 to 11 is our standard. We wanted to see what this would look like. So we did it, looks great. Let me show you guys with something else that's pretty cool. If you have these smaller houses that don't have pantries in the kitchen, don't freak out, okay? I know it's a stumbling block for some people. Don't get freaked out. So a lot of these cabinet companies will actually make you pantries. Look at this. So now you have a pantry in the smaller areas. So if you don't have a pantry in the kitchen, not a big deal. Ask your cabinet company, hey, can you design me a pantry along with my cabinets? And guys, they will, if you have a good cabinet company, they'll send you 3, 4, 5 different layouts of how you can do your kitchen. And you pick which one you like. You come in, you measure it, you make sure it works. You make sure the island that you guys have enough distance in between, right? You need at least 36 inches. You don't want to be opening these doors and boom, it's hitting some granite or a cabinet. But they will work with you. So bam, they come in, they install, they're in here for a day, day and a half. They have all the cabinets installed. Next day, granite's going in. Next day, appliances are going in. I mean, and it's cranking. So I always do stainless steel appliances. You get your money back out of them. They sell faster. People love them. They're not that expensive, guys. You can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy sets of them for $2,100 to $2,500. Obviously, if it's a higher end, more expensive house, then yes, you need to up your game, get some KitchenAid, get something a lot nicer. You're selling a $500,000 house. You don't want to be putting some cheap appliances in there. You need to upgrade, okay, when the house is upgraded. So check this out. So this is the hallway going down the hall. See the floors? They're all the same. I don't have any different transitions. I don't have any, this all flows. Look how smooth that flows. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of people try to separate it and put a, you can't. You want it all, you're gonna spend that money. Make sure the whole thing flows smoothly. We added this barn door. You can see it right when you come in the door, right? You come in the front door, boom. Here's a barn door sitting here waiting for you. And it matches what? The island. Right? It matches the island, and then it matches some of the fireplace, right? Look at the hearth. Look at the color of the hearth. Boom, back over here to the door. But now this barn door opens and closes. Boom. Now in this room, we had a little bit of extra space. This wall actually wasn't here. We built this wall in for our cabinet space on the other side, but knew we wanted to extend a pantry and have a bigger area for the laundry room behind us. So the laundry room's behind us. In this space right here, countertop, it's a bigger pantry. We put a floating shelf in that matches the living room, right? Thank you that you love the barn doors. We appreciate, we love barn doors. We love them. But Guys, the same granite guys that did the kitchen did this, did both of our bathrooms. We want it all to match. You'll see it's the white shakers, the same as out there. This is the same that's in the living room. You want everything to be cohesive and flow, and it's not feeling like, oh, somebody came in and did a rehab. Ugh. They try to piece it together. No, we want flow. We want to feel good. Guys, this door closes here. Look at this. So look at this space now. Beautiful little space, big pantry. You want to fold some laundry. You want, however you want to use the space. And then you go into the laundry room. Okay? Come in the laundry room. Guess what? Same white shakers that we put out there, that we put down underneath here, that are in the kitchen. We're using the same ones here. Now they have space, right? They can store all their stuff. They can put all their laundry detergent, the whole 9 yards. Guys, when you're buying that much volume, like when you're doing bathrooms and kitchens and extra stuff, it doesn't cost that much more to get a couple pieces. This is just 2 different pieces. And look what it does to the space. It just makes the space look more beautiful. Okay, I'm out of the laundry room now. So I'm going to some bedrooms. Bedrooms. Obviously, bedrooms are pretty simple, guys. They're a bedroom. We do these nice ceiling fans. Obviously, you can flip over the blade. This is the kind of blade we like for these bedrooms. Just kind of showing you. And guys, buy this stuff at Amazon. Buy this stuff at Wayfair. Buy Home Depot and Lowe's and these big box stores are great for certain things, but other things they charge an arm and a leg for. And you can get nicer stuff from some of these sites. But I'm gonna show you the carpet real quick. So this is our carpet. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's not just a standard like construction grade brown, that they put in these other houses just to sell them and dump them, right? We actually went with a nicer carpet. It has a little bit of gray, a little bit of black, and a little bit of tan. So when we use our mindful gray on the walls and white trim, it stands out, right? It's not just bland. It actually blends very well. And then when you look at the ceiling, matches well with the ceiling as well. So bedrooms are bedrooms. I'm not going to focus on them too much. They're all about the same, right? They're square, 12 by 12, 12 by 15s, but look great. So this is the middle bathroom that we just finished. And this was a full gut. I mean, the floors came out, the subfloors came out, every piece in here came out and was rebuilt from the ground up because it was just so bad. They had shower leaking into the wall, came through under the floor, and just basically the tub was almost sitting on the ground when we got here. So this was a full gut, and tiled the whole thing. I want to show you this. So the bottom, notice how it's not white, but this matches the island, right? So we're carrying on the tradition of the house, but this room already had so much white in it with the tile we wanted, with a toilet, with the tub, that we wanted to go a little bit of a darker of a color in here to offset the light gray walls. So great tile, big pieces of tile. It's a lot easier to lay. You're not doing all these little pieces. Now that's great for a more expensive house, but this house price point just doesn't justify, doing super custom stuff. Now we're going to give them great pieces that they're going to love, but you don't want to go overboard, because I could have spent $100,000 on this renovation, but I wouldn't have got that $40,000 back that I would have overspent, right? Because the house is worth what it's worth. When you run your comps, when you run your numbers, if it's $125 a square foot, it's not going up or down because you put a barn door. It's not going up or down because you used quartz versus granite. It's not. Those are more of eye candy, things that make a buyer want to buy it versus, oh wow, look at that, but I can't get my money back out of it. So hit me up with some questions. If you guys have some questions about houses in general, about flipping in general, about wholesaling in general, about how do you and your wife do this as a team, does it work? Tell me about your online training course, Paul. Like, I had somebody email me this morning. It was like, hey, me and my mom want to do this. She's a great designer, but we don't know how to get started. I love the construction side of it. She loves the design side of it. How do we do this? Do you have a course? Do you have something? And I do. Check out our website at Flippin, Flippin, leave the G off, flippinexperts.com. And go check all that stuff out, guys. I mean, it's free. I have free training on there. There's actually a button you can click. It says, click here for free training, and you can get free training from me about all kinds of real estate stuff. So click on that. I do coaching. I do all kinds of different things, but we're in the master now, okay? And this is a smaller master. We're used to at least double vanities in all our masters, but again, this house is only 1,400 square foot. It's a smaller house, so you have to make do with what you have and the space you have. So let me show you behind another barn door, right? And these are great for bedrooms because there's doors not opening up into bedrooms, taking space. So let me look at this front. Let me look at this door. See how this door has to open up and it comes into the room? So it takes space. It takes all the way. I can't put anything behind this or anything. When you use a barn door, you don't have to worry about that, right? This barn door is just going to slide open, slide closed. And it looks so much better, right? Look how much bigger this room looks. There's nothing pushing in. There's nothing in the way. Nobody's hitting a door, stubbing a toe. And it looks beautiful. So, in here. In here, also a full gut. Vanity was terrible. Lights were terrible. Let me come on in. This shower, the shower was almost sitting on the floor. It had a bad rot behind it. Ripped all the walls out, gutted all the walls out. And then we went back with the same tile. Let me see if I can get in here. We came back with the same tile that we used in the other bathroom, right? Keep it cohesive. And then we did these beautiful floors. Okay? You guys see that? Yeah. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay. Hopefully you guys saw that. Okay. Hey, what's up? Who's watching? I'm watching. You're watching. We're both watching each other, huh? Welcome. Welcome. So in here, this is not a double vanity. So we had a smaller space, like I said, so we had to just use the space that we had. So how do we spice it up from a double vanity that normal master bathrooms have to something that still works, is functional, but looks better than, oh, it's just a single vanity they got from Home Depot or Lowe's, because we don't do that. So we actually went with the same gray that's on the island in the living room, or in the kitchen, sorry guys, and the other bathroom, and we matched it here. Okay, and then we changed up the sink. We didn't do a drop-in sink. We didn't just do the standard, the average, the whatever. We actually changed it up a bit. Got a couple rings on the side. Hello, who's watching? And then in here, we did some custom shelves too, okay? It was a small closet space, so we wanted to be the most functional and have the most room, but at the same time, it's small, so what do? So we built the hand-built shelves, and then we have these wrapped around the entire upper and lower, okay? So now you got places for everything. You can stack stuff, you can hang stuff, and even behind the door. Look behind the door. We even built it all the way through behind the door, okay? Still space. So we really doubled the space in this small closet, making it functional. So, that's where we're at with a smaller bathroom. Guys, you can make it functional. You don't always have to knock a wall. In here, we couldn't knock a wall out. We couldn't make it bigger because if we opened up a wall, like if we would have had to open a wall up right here, we would already be in the bathroom. And people like a private toilet or even a private shower. That's why we have a door on here, okay? So the solution always isn't take down a wall. You'll hear us a lot. We love taking walls down to make stuff open, to make it feel good, but that's not always a solution. You can't always do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. What kind of tile did you use? I don't know. I see you just joined. Let me come in here and show you. So you can see these are 18-inch tiles. They're not the standard smaller tiles that, number one, it's more pieces. It takes a little bit longer. We like using the bigger stuff, the stuff that's not on the norm. What other questions you guys got? I see the walls are textured. Did you paint or replaster? Okay, so we took some walls down. That is an awesome question. We left the texture on the walls that were there, okay? The only time we really remove texture is if it's like popcorn or something just nasty. Nobody likes that, so we scrape it. And then what we did is, instead of having to retexture, we cased this whole casing in with wood. So we didn't have to do retexturing and drywall, and it's a lot dirtier. So we didn't have to retexture anything. If we did, it was a small patch job, but the texture already came with the house. But hey, I gotta run, guys. I literally have somebody pulling up to one of my houses right now that wants to look at this one, but I gotta run. But check us out on Flippin Experts, Flippin, no G, flippinexperts.com, and see how we can help you, okay? And if we can help you, email us and we'll get right back to you, okay? Have a great day, guys. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.